co-host Culley and myself, Subliminal 209, would like to welcome you to the new Lawrence Tier Show, Knicks After Party. We'll be live on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11 p.m. We want to thank those who have joined us tonight and those who will join us tomorrow on the replay. Don't forget to smash that like button for your boys and support your boys by also subscribing. You can become a member by joining the Lawrence Tears YouTube main page and pressing that subscribe button. This gives you different perks like priority in the chat, different emojis, and videos that others do not get. So let's get down to it. What it do, Culley?
What it do, brother?
What's going on with you, man?
Not much, man. Live from the East
You
Coast.
kind of is it me? Because the volume kind of low, so I don't know if it's me or.
So what?
Yeah, it's me. Let me just fix my volume right quick. All right, I'm good. I'm good. So yeah, I mean, was you a little nervous at the game, or you weren't too worried about it?
I wasn't worried about it at all. Not one bit.
Yeah, I was just waiting for him to make that big run. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of just sticking around, and I was like, man, don't do us like this.
Right.
So salute, Nickel for life, Chuck Allen. What it do, my G?
What up, Chuck?
Yeah, so right off the rip though, we saw a different lineup again. RJ's back. Burks is a starting point guard. Evans a shooting guard. Then Noel was starting instead of Mitch.
Right.
So I was like, all right. That's different. I'm kind of feeling that. You know what I'm saying, because Mitch will get you those oops with the second unit. You know what I'm saying, and he'll actually catch the ball and clean up the glass. So I was like, all right. So if the second unit's gonna struggle, at least Mitch is there to get those putbacks and yams, you know what I'm saying, and those oops. So I was like, all right, let's see what this little lineup's gonna look like. Then I started just noticing the Spurs, because I haven't been peeping the Spurs much this year. I know they're a young team, but you can never count them out with
Once.
Popovich, you know what I'm saying, as a coach. And I think they were like on a 4-0 win streak. You know what I'm saying, with beating Golden. Yeah, they was. Yeah, and beating Golden State at that. You know what I mean?
They beat the Suns, if I'm not mistaken.
What's that?
I think they also beat the Suns too, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, all right. That's what I'm saying though.
Blue Geraldine. Chuck.
Like just hearing all that, I was like, oh man, we just can't take these cats for granted. We got to go in there and just step on their neck. So I didn't know too many of the players. I heard some rumblings on, was it DeJounte Murray? I'm saying,
Right.
did you hear any rumblings on, we should go ahead and make a trade for him and at least put it out there and see if they bite? Are you a DeJounte Murray fan? Is that someone who you'd like to go after, or?
I'm a fan of many of the point guards out there, man. However, it's just I don't know in Tibbs' system. I don't know if point guards are going to be point guards. I really don't know. DeJounte Murray he's a good point guard. I always liked him. Only thing is he's not the best shooter. So just pick your poison with most of these point guards at the end of the day.
Yeah, because he's young too, though. So I mean, he's still got time to develop and work on that. But yeah, so I saw Burks guarding him. RJ was guarding McBuckets. One of our previous Knicks members. And overall, I thought he did a pretty good job on McBuckets at first.
Right.
RJ just came out with a lot of energy. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever little bug or symptom he had was out of his system, because he came out with the fire and desire, like Clyde would say. You know what I'm saying? And he brought that energy. But from the beginning of the game, though, I was like, okay, they're moving the ball around. Noel's is at the top of the three, setting picks. You know what I'm saying? Rolling to the basket, dribble handoffs. I'm like, okay, so I noticed they're spreading the court out and trying to get good looks. Everybody was being pretty unselfish. Jules gets drives to the basket and gets to the line, and makes both. I'm like, all right, okay. So, he's not settling for jumpers. He's putting his head down. I didn't know who that guy was, Johnson, guarding him. I know
Yeah.
he's another young guy, though, right?
Right. Yep. I think.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. Solid. He's solid.
okay.
He
So I
got
was
hurt
like, all right,
3
man.
times tonight.
Go ahead.
He got hurt about 3 times tonight. It was funny. Well, that wasn't funny, but yeah, he switched his sneakers. I noticed he hurt his ankle. But yeah.
Yeah, he's smaller than Jules, though. So I was like, Jules better eat tonight. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Kendrick Johnson. He could play probably guard 3 positions, 1 to 4, 2 to 4.
Yeah, because that's what they were doing.
Right.
They were moving on the defense and switching, and I'm like, all right, either or though, no matter who's guarding Jules, like he better eat. And that was something he wasn't really doing. He was being more of a facilitator. You know what I'm saying? He was looking to get
Right.
others involved. So
I was okay with him passing it up though. I was okay with somebody else going off. We don't need him to try to go off, every game. We need that ball to move. We need other guys to step up. It just helps us get the wins we need, man. When other guys just step up. RJ seemed to have a fire lit under him tonight. 32 points.
That's what I'm saying though.
Yeah, 6 or 7 shooting from the 3. 32 points. It was a good game from RJ, man. And I liked his playmaking as well. Like my man, I don't know if my man in here is in here. Heck Breezo, he said it in another chat. He said, driving kick is better than posting kick. I'm gonna emphasize that all season. A driving kick is better than a posting kick.
So right. Because you make the defense collapse. You know what I'm saying? Right. And when you're in the post, the gravity of the double teams, go to the ball to the man in the post. So you're automatically doubled, and you're trying to kick it out, and hopefully you don't, make a turnover and lose the ball, or dribble off your foot or whatever the case may be. So yeah, dribble penetration and kick is definitely better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I was good with how things went. Even Burks, he got doubled on an 8-second violation when they started pressing in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And then you can hear Tibbs barking on the sidelines, "Refs, call a effing foul." I'm like, whoa.
He's like, are you gonna call an effing foul? Yeah, he was. Man. I gotta say,
whoa.
Yeah, I gotta.
He wasn't playing. He was trying to get his point across early in the game that he wasn't going to let the referees dictate this game. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna nip that at the bud really early. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been getting us lately on them calls. So he was like, "Not tonight. No, we're not gonna do all that." So I was like, "All right." And then like I said, RJ was playing good defense on McBucket. See what I'm saying? He rips him and then goes on a fast break and then gives a no look pass to Evan trailing for that layup. So not only was he was being aggressive offensively though, but he was looking for teammates too and playing good defense. So I was like, all right. I'm happy to see that, because there was a lot of rumblings from what Tibbs had said about him, not putting in that work and kind of slacking off, and then you kind of heard him backpedal later on. So
right.
Yeah. So then from what I heard on other Knicks fans, wanted him to change positions and go to the second unit, and I mentioned it before, like Randall already got the bag, and RJ's our number 3 overall pick, and he's next in line to get the bag too. So not only did you move him from the 2 to the original 2 spot to the 3 spot, now you're trying to kick him down to the second unit. Like, what are you telling this guy? He's not good enough. So right. I'm like, nah, you gotta rock with yours. You know what I'm saying? You gotta ride with yours. You gotta rock with yours, man. So as you can see in the background, though, your boy got the RJ Barrett jersey on for today, because he gets the game ball. You know what I'm saying?
Good things for the night. Yes.
So I had to throw him in the background right there. So yeah, I was really impressed with how RJ came out tonight, just full of energy, getting to the cup, looking for others. His trays were dropping. You know what I'm saying? And his defense was solid. So like all around game, you know what I'm saying? I give him his applause, you know what I'm saying? Give him his flowers because you know he kind of just put his finger up and just hushed all the haters that was out there for at least for one night, because this was a much needed win. You know what I'm saying? Like we needed this win. So now we can look forward to these upcoming opponents and kind of just build from what we did tonight. You know what I'm saying? And energy and passing the ball, and you know, there was no ISO Randall. You know, in the beginning of the at least first half.
Most of the game, I'd say.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, like I said, at least for the first half, he
That's
was
what happens when we don't ISO Randall.
yeah, no, no. But I mean, when you need it, you know what I'm saying, and because there was a time where it got stagnant and towards the end of the game, and he went back to back plays with his patented fadeaway baseline
Yeah,
jumper, you know what I'm saying,
yeah.
and he hit both of those. So I mean, there is a time for Randall to go ISO, and when we needed him, you know, he was able to perform and score. So, like I said, you know, like overall, he did a great job too. And then, like I said in the beginning of the game with Noel starting, I was, I heard a interview with Mitch, you know, saying that he just been gassed. You know what I'm saying? Like he's the first 6 minutes of the game, he's like ready to call a timeout for himself and let someone else sub in for him. So I like that switch. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want from your teammates. You want them or your players. You want them to let you know how what it is and how they feel. And you know what I'm saying? And when you need some help, you know what I'm saying? Don't just be out there silent all the time. Let this is a team. We need to be able to talk to one another and communicate. So he let him know that he feels comfortable coming off the bench right now. You know he started off the season 280 pounds, and now he's down to 265. So you
Oh, I
can
thought it
tell.
was 75. Okay.
What was that?
I thought it was 270, 275. Okay. I thought that's what but I thought it was that.
I heard he lost 15 pounds, and he in the interview he said 280 to 265.
Okay.
So,
I might have heard it wrong. Okay. Okay.
yeah. Um, yeah. So I mean, just that, and coming off that foot injury, and we saw, Mitch wasn't the same. He wasn't able to close out, as fast as he was, and he didn't have that lift carrying all that extra weight around. But
Right.
tonight was a different story. I mean, there, yeah, Julian Blum is, what I'm saying, co-signed right quick. He said, yeah, he was 280, now he's 265.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, he wasn't able to do those things, and tonight he did though, because right when he jumped in the game at he got 2 offensive boards,
Right.
right off the rip. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, cool, you know what I'm saying? He's not only that though, he was getting putbacks too. So when Rose missed, you know what I'm saying, he got a put he got Rose's miss, and then he missed his shot, got his own miss, and put it back up. And I was like, all right, he's being active on the glass. You know what I'm saying? So I was impressed with that. He had 4 offensive boards in the first 4 minutes that he was in the game. So he was just making a statement and bringing the energy. You know what I'm saying? And we know Mitch is good for getting those offensive boards. So I was like, all right, cool. How'd you feel about that switch? Were you good about that? Were you good with that, or?
With the lineup change.
Mm-hmm. You don't really care, huh?
You said that. Okay. I don't, man.
I just had to ask though. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you didn't care.
It's okay as you ask. No, it's just I don't know. A lot of things on this team I just don't care for, man. I just want to see the right lineup that works. I don't think we should have changed the lineup the first time, but let's see how it goes. I mean, this is a 4-game road trip, 4 games if I'm not mistaken. So let's see how the road trip goes, man. Let's see if we get a lot more wins out of it. San Antonio's a solid team, so that was a good win tonight. We came together, we made some changes. We went away from the ISO ball. When we move the ball, we're more deadly. So this is what happens when guys move the ball. When you let some guy, you got to let guys get in rhythm too. When you let guys get in rhythm, this is what happens. So, it's about all I can say. You just don't fix what's not broken, man. RJ looked good. This is the RJ I remember from when he had his 4-game stretch of 20+ games, 25 and up. This is the RJ I remember. Not even just 25 and up, just a well-balanced game. Rebounds, assists, everything. Defense, his defense plus minus. This is the RJ I remember. The ready to take off RJ. Not the RJ we was getting for about 3 weeks. We got the same RJ for about 3 weeks straight, and that was a horrible version of it. That's the bust. That's the RJ. That's the draft bust version we got for the past 3 weeks. The one we got tonight, that's the breakout version of RJ. That's the RJ he supposed to be. And then the funny thing is, the shooting is not even the shooting. Him shooting is just an improved aspect of his game. He's really a slasher. RJ's really a slasher. He likes to attack the basket and make plays. That's the real game of RJ. But
that's Bully Ball Barrett right there. You know what I'm saying?
He could take guys smaller than him. He could even finish on guys bigger than him. But he's learning at the next level how to finish around, angles, how to finish, how to, slither around, bigger guys. Pause. Somebody took that the wrong way. But, slither around. He's more of a crafty player. He's not a speed, quick first step type of guy. So, the game we saw from him tonight was a solid game. I just hope I can see more on the road trip from the next games. I'm going to look at the next games right now, see what we got next. But these are the games I need to see from RJ, man.
Right. Then not only that, though, I mean, Obi got in there and, he picked up this, the miss off of IQ's 3 and got that put back. And then we seen a 8.8 seconds left, and then we see a Grimes enter the game, and I'm like, what is all that about? Like, really? You get my boy
for 6.5 seconds, and that was it. And then he got Jade by Doug McDermott in the corner, and I'm like, all right, he got Jade by him. He ain't coming back in. Sure enough, he never came back in. Obi got lack of minutes, and I noticed with Obi, he was taking advantage of every mismatch he had. Every time he had the small guy on him, he was in the post, just calling for it.
Yeah. But it wasn't just on Grimes though. He hit that fadeaway going out of bounds 3 on IQ. He had, both those guys in the air guarding Mick Buckets. But that's what he does though. You know what I'm saying? That's what he does. But not to cut you off though. But yeah, Obi was pointing like you were saying. Go ahead.
No, yeah, Obi was he took advantage of he is dirty for that, Jules. Obi was taking advantage of every mismatch. Every time he had the small guy on him, I think it was Josh Primo. Every time he just had him in the post. Obi, he's ready to score. He knows his he knows his he knows his bread and butter, man. He knows the mismatch, man. This is the Obi we supposed to see as well. This is the Obi we supposed to see, man. Tibbs just got to get more open-minded with the youngins. That's all. That's it. I ain't complaining. I'm just speaking facts. Got to be more open-minded with the youngins, man. Even Mitch. I could even say Mitch, man. Mitch was calling for the ball a lot of times. He wanted the ball a lot, and I was like surprised. I'm like, wow, this guy has confidence tonight. Wow, like he's calling for it. I just couldn't believe it.
They're both like that. They're both with their hands up, just asking for it, They had the mismatches though. The only big guy that was on there, was the center. And then everybody else was small and interchangeable. That positionless basketball, except the center. He was the only one that was guarding the paint. You know what I'm saying? And when you had Noels and Mitch out there, that was the paint opened up and they were able to get those. So yeah, Obi was calling for it, and Mitch was too a couple times though. And and IQ was out there. He started getting his in the second quarter. He hit a 3 off a screen from Mitch, and then he gets in the paint for a little fadeaway midi. I'm like, all right. So now we're starting to make a little run for it, and then Mitch gets in the passing lane and gets a steal. I'm like, oh man, all right. So now we're up 37-34 because I think we're tied at halftime. And then and then that Rose drive, man, where he left from the restricted line.
Yeah.
And then he left from the right side, but then he ended up on the left side off the glass while going out of bounds. And I was like, ooh. I was like, show it again in slow motion. I got to see that one more time. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah. Like that was nice. Like he's good for one of those every game. You know what I'm saying, like he shows he still has that burst in athleticism to. I'm trying to tell you to do those under the rim, uber athletic eighth grade moves that just reminds me of like every single time. You know what I'm saying? And I, like you said, I hope he just yams on somebody in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? When we need a win, just yams on somebody, that'd be nice. But yeah, that had me hyped. I was like, let's go.
My only concern, man, is Mitch. Man, he falls a lot, man. He falls.
Yeah, no
Man, he's
doubt.
he's too fragile to be falling like Dwayne Wade right now, man. He's too fragile, man. He and he's I was surprised I didn't see him shoot a three tonight. I'm thinking I'm thinking he's that confident he's gonna pull it. I was like surprised, man. He might as well just pull it, man. He's already, you can pull the three. You're a good defender. You ain't got to take guys. We're not asking you to take guys off the dribble. Shoot the three every once in a while, man. You get out there, your man's sagging off on you. Shoot the three, because look, every man that he's guarding, they'll pull a three with no problem. Confidence. Sometimes all that matters is you got the confidence. See what Vucevic did to him last week, but that's neither here nor there right now.
Yeah, we trying to stay on a positive topic. You know what I'm saying right now,
Yeah.
Culley?
So,
we want good vibes right now. We want good vibes.
no, I know. I just got to be objective sometimes. But I noticed another thing too. This is one thing I noticed. The schedule, man. I find the schedule just weird to me because, we play Texas, right? We play San Antonio, and we have a back to back. We play San Antonio tonight. We go to Indiana tomorrow. I find that so weird that, what I'm used to the Knicks when they go to Texas. I'm used to them with the 3-game homestand. I'm used to them playing Houston, then San Antonio, then Dallas. That's how I'm used to it going. Then they come back home. It's just they go from there to Indy, then after Wednesday, after tomorrow, on Friday they go to Toronto. I just find that so strange. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
They say we have the hardest schedule, so that they do us like that every year.
Right.
But but Mitch though, like he had 4.7 rebounds, 2 steals, and 1 blocks in that first 8 minutes that he was playing. So he was filling up the stat sheet. So yeah, I wouldn't have been mad if he would have just popped the 3. You know what I'm saying? Just cause, you know what I'm saying, on GP.
You got all these videos out, just shoot the 3, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Playing so much. And then not my fault, not to go off topic again. So after those games, we go back to Houston on the 16th to play the Rockets. I just find that so weird. And then from there to Boston. But I mean, it's like I said, it's neither here nor there. Well, actually, no, let me not even say that because that is here nor there. It's just so funny how we go back to Texas. That's just a weird. It's not so much that it's a tough schedule. Yeah, every team is tough if you ask me, but it's just the traveling is just so funny to me. But I mean, it is what it is. Either way, no excuses for the team. Schedule, hard or not, team has to be prepared. It's up to the team and the coach and everything, all of them to be prepared. That's all.
Yeah.
My father biggest Celtics game is just funny seeing LeBron. But yeah, funny schedule to me, man. But like I said, it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm just trying to take one game at a time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to just enjoy this win, and tomorrow I'll think about the next opponent. You know what I mean? Just kind of just soak this in, right? Soak it all in right now, and just enjoy it because we did have like a 10-point lead, kind of just throughout the second, at least the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, I'm not too worried about it right now. But White, so I was like, all right, so. It was one of those games I wasn't really biting my nails. I wasn't nail biting, so I still got my nails right now, so I'm good. But they just all came out with energy. You know what I'm saying? They all came out with energy. Like I said, Randall wasn't doing too much in the first half. He was 0 for 4 until the third quarter hit around. Then he started popping those baseline fadeaway jumpers, and even Evan wasn't popping any shots either. So I'm like, man, at least RJ's being aggressive. You know what I'm saying, and Mitch is getting these putbacks, and Rose is getting to the cup because what I'm saying. I mentioned earlier, him doing that layup that was crazy. And yeah, he was just aggressive getting to the cut. You know what I'm saying? And then at halftime, just the energy with everybody just kept going. You know, we always have those third quarter woes. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we just had ball movement throughout the whole game. You know, and that was just nice to see. You know, we do a lot of complaining with ISO Rando, and you know, we were 47%. You know, at halftime in field goals, and we were 8 for 18 at 3 pointers, and that was one of the things about the Spurs is they just weren't a good 3 point shooting team. You know what I'm saying? But they got into the paint a lot. You know what I'm saying? Those youngins would pass the ball and cut to the basket. You know what I'm saying? They're slashing, doing a lot of slashing. They had a lot of athleticism on that team to get to the cup. You know what I'm saying? Even though you know what I'm saying a McBuckets is known as a 3 point shooter, and you know he shoots a crazy percentage too, like in the like I want to say like the mid 40s. You know what I'm saying? As far as 3 point shooting, but a lot of the times when Obi was guarding him, you know, he'd be on that curl and he'd be full steam ahead, and you would see Obi in trailing in chase mode, and I mean it wasn't Obi's fault all the time because he sometimes he get caught on a screen, you know what I'm saying? So he's always in pursuit mode afterward, and you can't go under a screen on McBuckets shooting, you know, mid 40%, you know,
One
something
was
like
over on Doug McDermott's.
yeah, yeah, because he'll start lighting them up as soon as one goes down, you know what I'm saying? You know, they'll start falling like rain. So I mean, he did have the quick, you know, he does have the quickness, and it was nice to see Obi guarding, you know what I'm saying, a three like that because we've been talking about that for a while. You know, can Obi guard the three? You know what I'm saying? Can Obi keep up with
He has
these?
the athleticism too. He just has to have, the lateral movement. But I guess it could be worked on. Some guys, defense is a mentality, man. I'm learning that defense is a mentality. You can't make guys that are not good at it just play it and expect to get results. I mean, maybe some guys will get motivation, but I don't know. It's a mentality. You gotta want it. You gotta want it, man. There's so many dogs out there I see on other teams that are just they take pride in playing defense, man, and that's what we need in the Garden. That's just historic for us. That's what we need.
Well, that's what our what we're supposed to be known for is our defense from last year and from having Tibbs as our coach and bringing in Kemba and Fournier kind of and letting the other two go. We kind of slipped up on that, but it seems like we're trying to figure things out. At least bring that effort and energy, and and don't turn the ball over, and don't I think we're 14th in far as turnovers. We're pretty much like the Spurs. You know what I'm saying? It was almost like a spin image and looking in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? And
Spurs.
playing against yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah, you know what? Because it seemed like a very fun. Oh, it seemed like a very fundamental game we played tonight. That's why I said it. Ball movement, fundamental, nothing flashy. That's what it seemed like tonight. I said the same thing. It just seemed very weird. I mean, but it's funny because ironically, Tibbs did come from under that tutelage as well. The Popovich tutelage. So
right.
it's not too much of a surprise that it was kind of like a mirrored image playing ourselves and yeah.
hmm Yeah, because they really didn't have no star. If you want to call Dejounte Murray a star, and I think the star, and I think he only finished with like 15 points, and he was what like
Yeah, I
seven.
can star. That's the guy we want. We haven't won in San Antonio in maybe about 6-7 years.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He only finished with 15 points, and he was 6 for 14. I mean,
Right.
so yeah, they're like I said, they were just doing what we're doing, a lot of ball movement, a lot of screens, a lot of slashing, and then we were able to hit the threes that we needed, though. I'm saying, and our bench, because not only that though, they're ranked third as far as bench points, and we're ranked fourth as far as bench points. You know what I'm saying, so like I said though, we're pretty similar in some areas like that, and our 3 pointers just ended up just going down. You know what I mean? At halftime though, we were 8 for 18, and they were 7 for 16.
Right.
But then we killed them on the boards though. We killed them on the boards at halftime. We had 28 boards to their 18 boards.
Who got most of those? Mitch.
Yeah, Mitch was eating. It was eating tonight. He was eating off the glass. You know what I'm saying? And Noel's too. Noel's had that nice little tap out towards the end of the game that I was telling you that was something I wanted them to work on. If they were to work with somebody on the off season, I was like, man, work with Tyson Chandler on that tap out, just knowing where your players are, knowing what spots they're in, so you can just tap it out to them.
Yeah, that used to count as a rebound for Chandler. That was funny. He used to get a lot of rebounds off that.
Yeah, it gets you those second possessions, you know what I'm saying? And then those usually lead up to points after that, because everybody's not in position on the defense as far as players are guarding and guys are wide open after that point.
Right, and Paris Douglas said it well, man. It was simple. We shot well. Yeah, when the shots that we always take go in, we have a great chance of winning. These same shots when we play against other teams and we miss these same open shots, we're not winning anything. And then they come down and score easily, we're not winning nothing. So, yeah, that's pretty much what it was. What it was really. We shot well and we didn't freeze the ball. We didn't ice. Randall didn't ISO.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I will say. Randall did not ISO. Like he not a lot. And yeah.
At halftime, we almost had 3 players in triple digits. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We had RJ at 19 points. We had Burks with 12 points and Rose with 9 points. You know what I mean?
Right.
So right off looking at those stats, you're like, all right, not just one person is scoring and everybody else is just standing around watching. So I was like, cool. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, third quarter started and Jules was still 0 for 4. He had those 2 free throws, you know what I'm saying? He had some free throws, but as far as, watching the ball go in and shooting getting a bucket himself, it didn't happen until the 9-minute mark in the third. So he was letting everybody else cook. So I'm like, all right. But they were able to, though. That was the thing, though, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else is able to score. So he was, and that's what we want. That's what we want from Jules, you know what I'm saying? We want him to get those boards because he is our leading rebounder on the team, you know what I'm saying? So we want him to get those boards. We want him to push. We want him to outlet to others, and
right. We should be doing simple, man. It's funny. I was thinking about, not to go off topic, but it's not really off topic. I was thinking about Kevin Love, man. He plays the same position. He's a good rebounder. Every time he gets the ball, man, he's one of the best outlet passing big men. So every time he gets the ball, he launches it down court to one of his guards for an easy bucket. He doesn't try to bring the ball up. I'm not shading Randall when I say this though. He doesn't try to bring the ball up. Doesn't try anything he shouldn't be doing, man. Because he knows the ball's coming back to him. He's one of those trailing big men, just like Dirk. He's one of those trailing big men that'll come down on a fast break. He'll be the last one to come down, and he'll stay right at the top of the key, and then you just hit him for a 3. That's easy. You're still a star player when you do that. Dirk did his whole career. That's what Dirk did. He didn't have to bring the ball up, nothing. He knew the ball was coming right back to him. He could walk up. He could run up the court slow. He could walk up the court. All he had to do was stop at the key and just pull up in somebody's face, and that was it. Simple, but yeah.
They just have different styles of game, though. You know what I'm saying? Because Randall will just lower his head and get to the cup because he's much stronger than a lot of other players, though. So he's used to doing that. You know what I'm saying? He's not used to grabbing the board and throwing a 60-yard touchdown to the player who's leaking out on a fast break. You know what I'm saying? That's not his game. He's always been the best player on the floors, since he was a youngin. So bringing the ball up and getting his own shots is what he's accustomed to. But not tonight, though. Tonight he was like, I'm gonna let everybody, which was weird though, because I thought he was just gonna eat, knowing that Johnson was a smaller guy, But I guess he felt like he could get his at any time. Might as well get everybody else involved first. Yeah.
Right. No, that doesn't matter because I've seen smaller guys give him hard time. So, I didn't know I was at the camera. I've seen smaller guys give him hard time. So, I don't even think that matters. Kendrick Johnson took the challenge, and he got hurt, but he took the challenge. I'm just giving him his props. But yeah, he's a smaller guy, but he can play. Very versatile guy, very physical.
Yeah, then even there's one play too where he was guarding. It could have been Johnson. He got beat, and then after he got beat, there was Noel's, somebody else, and then Randall recovered, and they all went up to block him, and then Noel's got that block. It was yeah, I was like, all right, I like that. You know what I'm saying, that camaraderie. You know what I'm saying, I like it, that his boy had his back. You know what I'm saying, and not just one, but two others. You know what I'm saying, it could have been RJ down there, but I was like, all right, like they were building a wall at that time. Making sure that no one was going to get into the paint. So I was impressed to me that they had each other's back on that one play.
Mhm. Right, right.
And then he just went off and hit a couple threes and he was 3 for 4, had 11 points in that 5-minute mark. So he went from 0 for 4 to hitting 3 threes in a row. You know what I'm saying, 3 out of 4. And then what I'm saying, he got cooking after that. So I was like, all right, now it's his turn. Now when the team went stagnant, we needed a scoring though.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was just impressed with everybody. You know what I'm saying. Yeah, just like I said, Mitch looked agile out there. Just blocking everybody. That block on Lonnie Walker. You know what I'm saying, when Lonnie drove to the paint, and he kind of just he wanted to use the rim as a defender but Mitch used that length and was able to reach over there and block him without fouling. So I was like, all right, that's the Mitch that I remember. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the agility. Not fouling and using that offhand because he's ambidextrous. He could block with both hands. So I was like, all right. We saw a small sample size of the old Mitch, and it was nice to see that on a game where we needed him. We needed the hustle. We needed the boards. We needed the blocks. And then he had a couple post up moves. So everybody was just kind of in their bag tonight. You know what I'm saying? So finally, we've been asking, why can't we just have everybody, going on all cylinders? It's always one person's going, or the second person's not going, or the first unit's cooking, and the second unit's not going. But overall, everybody, contributed, and it was just nice to see. And then I saw Obi on the corner. I haven't seen him shoot a 3 for a minute though, and I was like, "Don't shoot that 3, Obi. Give him a little pump fake." Because at one point we were just throwing up threes, and I'm like, "Man, we need to just get to the paint." And he just missed that 3, horrible. And I think it was Clyde that had mentioned that he's shooting 18% right now at 3-pointers. So I'm like, if you know that, you know what I'm saying, just you gotta get to the cup right now and just keep working on those threes in the off game. You know what I'm saying, during practice, because that's not one of his strengths right now. We're gonna need that later on. So yep. So you got anything to add or
Mitch was good. Randall, they didn't ISO as much. RJ was solid. Fournier was pretty much he's pretty much invisible, but it's all right.
Yeah, except towards the end though. Towards the end, he had 2 threes. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right.
I mean, I'm not like tripping over it though. I know there'll be other good games in big buckets from Fournier, so I'm not worried. So we're 2 and what is our record? 2 is it 2 and 4 since the Kemba move, since the Kemba switch? I think it's 2.
I'm not sure though, but Evans' defense looked pretty good tonight though. You know what I'm saying? He was at least trying. You know what I'm saying, and trying to keep people in front of him and wasn't getting burnt too bad. So we know he's not a great defender, but he was a willing defender, and he was putting an effort out there. So I wasn't too mad about that.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't expect nothing defensively from him at all.
Yeah. Then that in the fourth quarter started, and we had that nice little lead, 95-81. And I'm like, all right, cool, cool. They had Rose, IQ, RJ, Obi, Mitch starting lineup. I'm like, all right, this looks like an exciting lineup right here. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of athletic people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, besides RJ, but I mean, today he looked pretty athletic though, getting to the cup at will. But that IQ pull up in the beginning of the fourth quarter where he just brings the ball up and nobody's on him and he just pops that which I thought it was a three. And the ball just kind of went in, out.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like, is it gonna drop? And
Fast break.
I just went crazy after that. And then come to find out his foot was on the line and it was only a two. I was like,
right.
Yeah. Yeah, he did start getting a little selfish towards the end though, because after that, he had a little push shot, and then he hit a three on a Randall dish, and then all of a sudden he just started going back to back, just shooting threes and kind of looking for his own and had tunnel vision. And I'm like, all right, IQ, this. I know you're feeling yourself right now, but this is not we don't need for you to shoot us into the game, and we don't need you to shoot us out of the game either. You know what I'm saying? So stay locked in and try to keep that ball moving and not have so much, like television, like I said though, because he's good for that. Every game he's good for just a pull up out of nowhere with so much time on the clock shot.
Oh, he's good for that every game.
Yeah. And even Clyde had mentioned too that he was like, yeah, he's shooting way too early in the clock shot. They need to kill some time. And I'm like, yeah, but that's just who he is though.
He would have benched him if he was the coach. Taking that shot on a fast break. That was on a fast break.
Yeah.
Sure, a lot of guys would have benched him for that one.
Yep. Yeah, then towards the end of the game, Popovich takes his guys out, takes his starters out with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. And I'm like, all right, is Tim's going to do the same thing? No. Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah, he keeps the same guys in. I'm like, come on, man. We could get some grind time. You know what I'm saying? We get some Knox time. I was ready to see Knox pop some threes and Grimes hit some trays. And
I was okay with seeing some Obi. That's what I was okay with. Obi was ready, man. Ready. Instead of having to work for a bucket, he had a guy at a mismatch on him.
Yeah. And he's Obi's Obi. He's going to be active. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be moving around. He's gonna make you work on the defensive end. So he was fun to watch. He didn't get no fast breaks today though. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't leaking out and they weren't finding him. You know what I'm saying?
Obi?
Yeah.
No, he did. I mean, he got ripped though. What's his name?
Yeah,
he got a breakaway dunk. I think Rose found him on the breakaway dunk. He might have had two of those where Rose found him.
I remember when you're talking about he got ripped. He kind of like fumbled it underneath the rim. You know
I think he lost that one, but he got it. Rose had found him under there. He found him on one of those, maybe two.
Yeah, I'm just accustomed to, you know what I'm saying, them grabbing a board and him just leaking out just all alone, you know what I'm saying, on a fast break. But when you're running with when you're playing against a lot of youngsters like that, you know what I'm saying, they're able to keep up with him. So that's what it was, you know what I'm saying. They were just as fast as leaking out as he was. So he wasn't able to get the opportunities that he usually does in different games when you're playing against a veteran team who's a more half court set team and they're not fast at transition defense. So I mean, it is what it is though. But RJ had a career high in 3-pointers. He hit 7 of them. You know what I'm saying? So like there was a lot to be said on it was like a statement game that RJ came out today and did, you know what I'm saying? Just let everybody know whatever whatever questions that needed to be
Mhm.
answered is
Right. I mean, especially after the Tibbs comments, especially after the comments, man.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Though, like,
Yeah, that was an RJ game that was needed, man. And not only that, RJ's the wrong player. That's the wrong player to call out, man. But I mean, hey, it is what it is.
yeah, man, RJ got ice water in his veins. You know what I'm saying? So he remembers that type of stuff when he gets snubbed for rookie games or whatever whatever he gets snubbed for. He remembers it. You know what I'm saying? When you talk smack about him, he remembers it. You know what I'm saying?
I
And
mean, you should, as a player, you should remember stuff like that as a competitor. You know, um, ah, he should, and I would hope that maybe we could light a fire in RJ every game. I hope he piss him off every game, man. For what it's worth, RJ will be big for us on these away game stretch. That'll be real big, man.
yeah, I'm with you though. I hope it just continues and it's just not just one game.
It's one thing for RJ too. It's a lot of weight on him because it's one thing for the Knicks fans to be upset with him, but then he gets snubbed from all these lists. I could imagine it's a lot. I could imagine it's a lot, man. Knicks fans can't. A lot of Knicks fans can't stand him. A lot of Knicks fans to this day can't stand him. And then getting snubbed from all the lists. You already know how other people feel about him. People from and other NBA fans. But that's tough for RJ, man. At least he doesn't. As long as he don't pay no money, he'll be all right. Just ball in New York and you'll be all right. Just win. Winning shuts everybody up, man. So
Right,
just win.
they always want to point out the negatives. Oh, he's not uber athletic. Oh, he doesn't jump out the gym. You know what I'm saying? He can't guard these players. His 3-point percentage has got down, and I mean he's not scoring like he used to. I mean
Right.
he's still young. You know what I'm saying? Like every young player is gonna have their ups and downs, and especially when you're changing lineups and you're changing things and nothing's really consistent. Then yeah, you're gonna have inconsistency. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
um I mean.
Lineups, changing offensive schemes,
Mhm.
changing how you utilize a player. When you have a guy that goes from shoot, pretty much leading an offense, initiating offense to sitting in the corner, it's not that easy, man. It's really not.
You
Some
move
guys,
from the
some guys may be more. He might not be comfortable in the corner all the time. Maybe he may be comfortable from maybe a little bit closer to the basket, maybe the elbow, maybe certain spots he may be comfortable. He may be comfortable attacking the basket, and you just have him sitting in the corner. He may just it's all how you use guys. Same way same way you use guys on defense, you got to use and figure out how to use them on offense too. You just got to figure out to get the most of them. Got to put them in good positions. You know, RJ's a guy that has to be put in a better position. That's all.
well, like I said, not only that though, but you move him from the 2 to the 3, then you ask him to guard the best wing defender. You know what I'm saying? So like he's doing a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, you're gonna slack in some areas when you're asked to do multiple things, and so I mean, like I said, you're gonna have that inconsistency. But it's up to the vets though. It's up to the vets to bring the consistency up there, and that's what I'm hoping that
That's what
continues.
it's really up to. It's really up to the vets, man. But
Yeah,
no, man, I don't know about the vets sometimes, man. I just really don't. I really don't, man. Some guys just have to be used in moderation. That's how I see it. Some guys are just meant to be used in moderation, not high usage, But it's not my call, man. It's a coaching thing.
yeah. And speaking of high usage, though, R.J. Barrett had 39 minutes there and led the team with 39 minutes with,
30.
with yeah with 32 points. And Alex Burks was right underneath him with 36 minutes and 18 points. And then Julius, 35 minutes with 15 points. And then quickly at 26.
Couldn't find no time for RJ, huh? I mean, not RJ, Obi, huh?
We got that 12 minutes again. You know what I mean?
That's his range, about 12 to 15. He doesn't get that many. Maybe one game, I think only one game he got 28. But every game it's just 14, 15. It's like, come on, man. Give the guy. And the funny thing is, if I'm not mistaken, the man's averaging 14 points in 14 minutes. If I'm not mistaken. If I'm not, or 12 points, he's averaging.
I know he had 8 points tonight. I know the last game. Oh, I didn't finish watching the last game. I don't even want to talk about that Nuggets game. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think anyone wants to talk about that one.
Yeah.
No one had a good game that game. Nobody.
Next time I see the Nuggets is when I'm out there on the 28th when they play against Golden State.
Right.
That's the next time I'm gonna see the Nuggets.
Okay. This month, 28th of this month.
Yeah. I'm taking the fam out there.
Right.
Hit the slopes and watch the game.
Right. And
yeah, but yeah. I mean,
so you said he had 8 tonight?
Yeah, he had 8 tonight. Yeah, but as far as double digits though, like you had RJ, Burks, Randall, Quickly, Robinson, and D Rose. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a lot of people in double digits. And you want to know how many points Noel had?
How many? 6? I don't know.
2.
Yeah, I figured not much. Yeah, you're not really getting much scoring out of Noel. It's all right.
Yeah, but if we could get a double from Mitchell Robinson every game, you know what I mean? He had 14 points. 11 points with 14 boards today. I'm saying so that he doesn't have to, be so high, but at least get a double, and I'll be cool with that.
The Mitchell I know gets rebounds. That's the Mitchell I know. He gets boards.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, he was definitely getting them tonight, though. I'm saying so. Yeah, I wouldn't mind giving that another look. You know what I'm saying until he gets back into good conditioning and loses a couple more pounds because I still feel like he could lose some more weight. If you could drop 15 that quick, you know what I'm saying? I still feel like I don't know what his ideal weight should be, but I still feel like he's a little on the heavy side.
Right. You drop another 10.
Something like that.
Another 10 would be good for him.
Yeah, so let's see. Who do we? Yeah, so we don't have any fingers to point today. To point at today. You know what I'm saying?
Point today.
That's good.
Better luck. We have a game tomorrow, though. I'll tell you that much. We have a back-to-back. We're in Indy tomorrow. I think this is a team that's looking to rebuild. So
we got a back-to-back. What?
Back-to-back tomorrow in Indy at about 7. So this is a team. The Indy just it just came out. Reports came out today. They're looking to rebuild. They're not even looking to compete.
I heard that. You know what I'm saying? So
they're saying, the speculation is, are the Knicks going to jump on it? Are they going to jump on the rebuild? I mean, are they going to?
Would they trade to a
contender? More than likely.
No, not a contender. Us, we're in the same, same division. You know what I'm saying?
It's true. I mean, if Magic did it with Boston last year, then I don't see why it's not possible for the Knicks to do it. To be a part of a fire sale, I don't see why. However, I don't know because we didn't participate in the Magic one last year, and this happens every time. It happens. You don't take the risk. These other teams make trades, and the guys get on these teams, and they don't look to leave. They say they end up liking the situation there, and they end up staying and contributing to that team. We can use a guy contributing to our team. I mean, we have guys. I'm just saying we can use a new look.
So who would you take from that team then?
One guy I like is Torrey Craig. I would take him.
For who?
Craig right now.
For who?
Well, if they're looking to rebuild, I'd give him somebody young. I'd throw Knox at him. I would just throw him right at him. You want
that's a straight up trade?
I'll probably throw one more in there, maybe a second rounder, maybe 2 second rounders. Who knows? Um, Torrey Craig, good defender, 6'9", 6'8", 6'9", wing defender, can guard. I think 2 to 3, or I mean 2 to 4, or 3 to 4. I'll take it right now. That's what we need. We need somebody on the perimeter. It's exactly what we need. And then from there, you try to get another wing before the deadline. You try to get you another wing. We don't need the most elite wing because we're not getting the most elite wing. A
So
team
you
who
try.
has most elite wings, they're gonna keep them. So you get whatever wing you can get for as cheap as possible. You don't give up too much. You don't want to throw the team off unless you got guys you just want to get rid of, but you don't want to throw the team off. Get you a nice marginal, make a nice marginal move, and get another wing. That way you have, then you start, slowly but gradually you're stacking up on wings. Now you have wing guys you could throw out there on the perimeter, on the elites of the perimeter in the NBA. Torrey Craig is a good defender. He may not be he's not the best defender in the world, but he's a good defender. We need guys like that. We don't have nobody that can guard the wing except for RJ, and you're making him a 3. This is his first year really playing that role. He's a good defender. I think he's naturally a 2, but it's neither here nor there. So I would go for it. I would offer him Kevin Knox right now in a second rounder.
So
Miles
right,
available too.
so right now he's averaging 5.4 points a
Right.
game and 0.9 assists. So you're looking for more as a defender than anything else that he brings to the table, and you just want a wing defender, then, right?
Yes, I just want a wing defender.
Minimal risk, then. So you're not trying to sell the farm for Miles
I'm not
Turner.
because it makes no sense with the coach we have. If we're gonna limit guys offensively and not use them to their strengths, and not if we're not gonna use them to their strengths, it makes no sense. Miles Turner, are we going to use him the right way? I mean, yeah, we're going to get the block. We're going to get the defense. If you're just going to get the defensive aspect out of him, don't sell the farm. He's going to cost his cost is a little more higher than Torrey Craig. But plus he's injury prone. He's just as injury prone as Mitch. He's just older, but he's better than Mitch offensively. I will say that he's a better scorer. So I mean, you can make the move for him, but we need our position of need more so is the 1 and the 3.
Right.
But at the same time, not to cut you off, at the same time, if you're gonna play Randall if you're gonna make him the playmaker, I don't know how the direction of the offense, but if you're gonna make Randall the playmaker, then the position of need should be the 3. If you're not gonna let a point guard be a point guard, if you just want the point guard to spot up and shoot, then it doesn't matter who the point guard is. You should prioritize athleticism on the wing. That's just me. He didn't let Kimba be Kimba, so you see the results of that. So you got Alec Burks, a role player who's not a long-term solution at the point. So this is where we are. This is who we are right now.
Right. I feel like we're still trying to figure out who we're gonna keep, and that's why we gave everybody the 2-year, 3-year option, 3rd-year option, because we're still trying to figure out what this team is going to look like, and I don't I feel like we're just not quite there yet. I'm with you as far as making minimum moves. You know what I'm saying? Minimum moves like we did last year with the Derrick Rose trade. You know what I'm saying? We got rid of DSJ. We brought in Derrick Rose. We got rid of a 2nd round pick. You know what I'm saying? And then we let go of Ntilikina, you know what I'm saying? We let go of the Burks guys that we just weren't playing, you know what I'm saying? The Bullocks. I mean, we got rid of the Bullocks. We got rid of Alf that I didn't want, you know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't take him back.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so we're still trying to figure this out, though. I just hope by next year they figure out the point guard position, though, because it's always been our Achilles heel. What did we say? Randall would look completely different if we had
a point guard.
Yeah, if we had a point guard, and when everybody
just comes with, are you going to let Are you going to let a point guard? Are you going to let the point guard be a point guard, or are you going to continue to run through Randall? So that also comes with the coach. How are you going to play it? Are you going to let the point guard be vocal, or you just want Randall to be vocal? So long term, the Randall thing doesn't work, but we'll see. I ain't the coach, so.
How do you feel about like a Russell Westbrook trade?
Um, when I think about it, Russell Westbrook is another point guard with a low IQ. However, one thing I will say about Westbrook, he always picks it up at the midpoint in the season. He always gets sharper. He gets sharper with everything, how he plays, everything, how he gets his buckets, everything. He gains that bit of momentum at the midpoint, like right around All-Star break or right around January, maybe late December, January. He starts picking it up and he starts getting it together. That's one thing I noticed with him. So that would be good, for the midpoint. I don't know. Westbrook, I mean, if we're not gonna play Kimba, if he's out of the rotation for good, I would do the move. Put Kimba, let Kimba play, put him somewhere where he could play for the Lakers. I think he'll be good for the Lakers, if you ask me. I like him here though. I like Kimba, so I'm a little biased. I'd rather keep Kimba than have Westbrook right now, but if we're not gonna play Kimba, let him go to another situation. Westbrook, like I said, Westbrook usually picks it up at the midpoint. Right now, he's playing horrible.
Yeah, but what do we say that we want to get the ball out of Randall's hands? You know what I'm saying? We don't want him to be the point forward. You know what I'm saying?
We don't.
And with Westbrook, you know what I'm saying? He'll bring the ball up. You know what I'm saying? He'll push the ball. We'll have that faster pace with the first unit. You know what I'm saying? Then we have. You know what I'm saying? For a long time, it's the second unit that pushes all the time. So now we'll push with both units. You know what I'm saying? That with the Westbrook and a backup Rose, and those guys. You know what I'm saying? Those guys could be interchangeable, and maybe we could get off to a faster lead, to a better start than we have been. I don't know, something else. I'd be probably willing to do if the price was right. If the Lakers aren't willing to, if he's not working out there right now at the Lakers, and they're willing to give him up, and we get rid of a Kemba and a Noels, and guys that we just don't really need and we're not going to use, and they're not the long-term solution or long-term plan, then let's just get rid of them. You know what I'm saying? Let's add them to the package, and throw a couple second rounders out there, because that's something that we're not going to use all those picks. So if the deal's right, then you know what I'm saying, you got to be able to explore those options. You know what I'm saying? So I was on board with Westbrook last year before he went to like the Wizards and all that, just because when he was in the bubble, you heard how he was in the bubble. He's kind of like military. You know what I'm saying? He goes in there, goes to practice, gets his room is immaculate. You know what I'm saying? He's giving the cleaning lady a big old tip, and she never even cleaned his room. And you know what I'm saying? And just his work ethic. Yeah, like you said, his IQ, he makes boneheaded moves at the end of the game, costly plays, kind of similar to a Julius Randle that we have. You know what I'm saying? But if we get to if we start off good and we get a big lead, we don't have to worry about trying to play catch up and going into ISO ball at the end of the game, because we're down by 2, or we need a bucket. So those are the times where the Julius Randles and the Russell Westbrooks, they're known for making those mistakes. You know what I'm saying? They're known for losing the ball. But if we get off to a good start, you know what I'm saying, that'd be a game changer for us, because we just never get off to a good start. You know what I'm saying? So not only that, though, like I said, his work ethic, something that he could teach the other point guards, as far as the McBride and IQ's already learning himself, though. But yeah, I'm not opposed to it. A Damian Lillard, I mean, he's hurt right now. I think you would be selling the farm to get a Damian Lillard. So
Yeah, you would. He might be opposed. I seen that. He wants a max, and that may get in the way of them getting a new GM. The Blazers. I'm sure you probably know about that out there.
yeah, I've been hearing. That's why I put it out there.
$100.
But I mean, what about Covington? Covington and Nurkic are both on expiring contracts. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to stretch 5, if you want an injury prone, stretch 5.
Nurkic is skilled.
Yeah, but he's injury prone too, though. You know what I'm saying? But a Covington, that wing, that defending wing that you said you wanted, you know what I'm saying? Covington could be that guy.
No, Covington's good. He's a versatile wing. He hasn't. I don't know if he's been getting the job done over there in Portland. I don't know how they feel about him, but I think he'd be solid over here. There's so many wings out there, and we just don't get none of them. I always think we're always a coach too late. We're always a coach too late of the right player.
Or always saying, we got options. We got options out there. You know what I'm saying? And these guys in the front office need to start picking up this phone. You know what I'm saying, at 12 a.m. on December 15th, you know what I'm saying, when it hits, and start calling agents and getting this, you know what I'm saying, getting this going. Because, we can't just be sitting around like we have the last couple of years and trade deadlines and not doing anything, because we obviously have holes in our roster.
Oh yeah, plenty.
You know what I'm saying? And Tibbs is doing what he can with the players that he has, but he needs to go in there and hit the table with his fist and start demanding some changes as well. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah, man, the way he be yelling, you hear him yelling in the game. Same way.
Yeah, he needs to go in the office and yell like that.
Give me this guy.
Give me some effing players. Give me a wing. Give me a point guard. Give me a stretch 5. You heard that's what he said though. Not every, but there's a lot of teams out there with not just one stretch 5, but multiple.
Oh, there's plenty of teams, man. You got Kelly Olynyk out there. That's a good one. You got Christian.
Yeah, I kind of wanted him to during free agency, just because he's solid though. He can hit the 3. You know what I'm saying? He plays solid defense. He's not gonna wow you with his numbers or fill up the stat sheet though. But I felt for a low cost and just for a backup stretch 5, I would have pulled the trigger. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I'm saying, guys.
Yeah,
get rid of Noels. Get rid of Noels, man, and bring a stretch 5 in. We already have Jericho Sims. It's only a matter of time before he gets brought up as soon as that contract ends, where he's done with the G League and they're able to bring him up. You know what I'm saying? So get rid of Noels. Get rid of Kemba. Throw in Knox if you have to. Throw in a couple second rounders and bring some pieces in. Is there anybody specifically that are you good with those 3 leaving, or
Noels and who?
Noels, Kemba, and Knox?
Those 3, that's a lot of guys. So we got to get somebody back valuable, man. You got to get somebody back valuable. 3 guys.
But like I said, though, you're gonna bring up Jericho Sims. You know what I'm saying? So that's already a roster spot right there. So
he still has to play his games, though. He has to play his games down there first before he's guaranteed. We still got Taj, but you can
they're not cutting Taj. They're not cutting Taj. You know what I'm saying? Taj is gonna be part of the staff pretty soon. They just grooming him. But as far as those 3.
Say it again. I'm sorry. Say it again.
I was saying, as far as those 3, you're good with that.
I suppose you could take the risk at the 5.
What did he give you tonight? 2 points. You know what I'm saying?
So Noel.
Noel's. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't mind Noel. It's just some other guys. I mean, I still Kimba still has value. I mean, I don't know. Kimba still has hidden value, man. That's just me. He still
Well,
has he has something you can get out of him for at least a good 2 years before his knee is like officially done. You know, he could still be a mentor, a leader somehow. The guy was a leader for Charlotte, but I mean, we gotta get. So I said we gotta get somebody back, real valuable, man. At least two guys for three. We just getting one guy. I don't know who's the one guy. It's Kelly, not Kelly Olynyk. Who's the one guy we talking about making the trade for?
Westbrook.
The speculation. I mean, if
Westbrook.
he's going to stay long term, then yeah, because he'd be a good mentor. Then that's taking a risk. He has to want to stay. I think he wants to be in New York, but I don't know. I really don't know. That was a destination of interest, so I don't know.
Especially with this fashion game. Oh, Westbrook in New York with this fashion wearing what he wears.
Right.
Yeah.
Salute D'Angelo. Salute Johnny Davis. Yes, it was a good game. Yeah, Westbrook, man. I mean, I don't care about the fashion game. I've seen, you know how many. I done seen numerous guys in here with the fashion game. I just remember Chandler had the fashion game. Amari, I done seen all the guys, man. Kevin Knox has a fashion game. You know, even all the young guys got a fashion game. But Westbrook, man, I don't know. I don't, like I said, I don't mind it. I wouldn't mind it. It's just how little we give up. I think it's just who we give up. I wouldn't even mind giving up a bunch of second rounders.
That's what I'm saying.
And just one player. But I mean, if Kimba's not going to play, I guess, I mean, I would hate to give up Kimba, but I'll give him up because Lakers. I know the Lakers will play him.
Or what about a Kendrick Nunn? You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
No.
Nah, because Kendrick Nunn is another guy. He can score, but he's not a point guard. I don't know how good he looks to play make. So he's another guy. I don't know how good he'll play make. If he'll even look for other guys. He's good in the pick and roll. But, you know, some guys are just scorers, and that's that. A lot of guys are scorers. They're not going to look to make anybody else better. So, we don't have an offensive coach. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. He has to be good on defense. Westbrook's like the only point guard I know that's good on defense that will fit Tibbs with Tibbs his liking. That's the guy that Tibbs will tolerate. But they may clash. But hey.
What about a Ben Simmons?
Wouldn't mind him either, but that's another one that's costly. He'll cost like at least 4 or 5 players.
That's like I said.
I wouldn't mind him, but I'm just saying these guys cost players. All these guys that are linked to the Knicks, from De'Aaron Fox to Damian Lillard to DeJounte might not cost too much, but De'Aaron Fox, I mean, some of the prices may be lower, but they'll still cost something. Teams are not going to just give up the guy. I mean, they have leverage, they have insurance at these guys' positions because of the directions they're going. Kings have insurance at the point guard. Spurs are probably looking to rebuild. They probably want to keep Murray though with Josh Primo, so I don't know. They'd be stupid to give him up. What was I mentioning? The Pacers looking to rebuild, so you know, certain teams you gotta look at certain teams. We could trade for John Wall, but what good would that do? He's probably the same age as Kemba, probably the same age, maybe a year older, maybe. Just another, you know, he'll probably be. I don't know. We don't know we don't know what he is at 31, 32. We don't know.
But a De'Aaron Fox with the Knicks would be crazy, though. You know what I'm saying? He's young. You know what I'm saying?
De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, he's young. That's Swiper to Fox right there. You know what I'm saying?
He's fast. He's not the best shooter, not the best defender, but yeah, he's young and fast. I like him for that. I wouldn't even. I mean, I wouldn't mind them. It's just what we give up, but I wouldn't mind them. I'd make the move.
So would you make the move for like a Obi and a Quickly?
Nah. Maybe a quick.
Too much?
Yeah, maybe a Quickly. Because I don't know. Obi's athletic, and I just think we need to get athletic. That's just me. We need to get more athletic. We need to keep Obi's athleticism. Only athleticism we have on this team is from the big men. We don't got no young guards that are giving us athleticism. None that are like freakishly athletic. None. We have none on the team like that. I look at all these teams around the NBA. They all have athletic guys. We have none. They have some type of athletic star or just athletic player.
I'm just tired of these 30 plus point guards that get brought to the Knicks. I'm saying I would like a young franchise point guard for once. You know what I'm saying? So if the cost is a IQ, and IQ is my guy, IQ is my favorite player. I'm like,
right.
I would do it. I would do it, and somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And somebody else, and a couple first round picks. Because this IQ himself ain't gonna do it. If you do IQ, Kemba. Do they need a big? Do they need Noels? I don't know. 2 first round picks. Sheesh. And we're solidified at the position. You know what I'm saying? For what 10 for 8 years, 6 7 years.
Maybe if we just draft right, we wouldn't have these problems. But that's a story for another day, man.
Yeah. So do you? Right now, today, do you think we're a playoff team?
No.
That's what I'm saying. So we need to make some moves. You know what I'm saying? We need to make some moves.
We need to make a ton of moves.
Mm-hmm. But do we make them all at once, or do we, like you said, do we make 2 small moves and bring in a wing and a journeyman or backup 5, or that's what I'm saying. There's so many different options you could go. You could ride out just letting Burks being the starting point guard for the remainder of the year, and you're just going to get your ups and downs. It's not going to be any consistency. You know what I'm saying? And then you go focus on bringing a defending wing like so you said you wanted, or they could go for a stretch 5 and not worry about the point guard position, because apparently they're not worried about the point guard position if they didn't get one in free agency this year. I for sure thought they were going to go after one of those guys. We all thought they were going to go after Lonzo Ball. You know what I'm saying? And trade deadline last year, free agency, I was like, all right, I'll be good with the Kyle Lowry or a Dinwiddie, you know what I'm saying? Or I wanted them to trade for Sexton, you know what I'm saying? There's options out there.
Boo
to all those.
Yeah, man. What you talking about, Culley? What's good? I saw your video, bro. That lemon pepper freestyle video was fire, bro.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you, man.
Yeah, y'all rocking Porsches? What's happening?
Somewhat.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that back later on, Culley.
It ain't like Culley ain't rocking with no Corvette or no Mercedes. He like, yo, I'm going Porsches, bro.
I like Mercedes. I just
Yeah, man. Culley did it big, yo. I love it. Only thing I dislike is it's like only one verse. I'm like, why is it just one verse, bro? Come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
I thought about putting more on there, but I'm like, it's a freestyle. So I just
it's a freestyle. Yeah.
Promotion.
Yeah. So it was fire, bro. Yeah, man. Yo, my bad, sub, man, for being late. I couldn't really jump in. I got a $30,000 job that I can't pass up, bro. I need that bread. So
no, I understand, man.
And for 2 days, I don't mind getting dirty, bro. For 2 days of work, hey, bro, gotta have it. You know what I'm saying? So
and we waited around for you. You know what I'm saying? We didn't just dip out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you waited around.
Yeah, man. Gotta do it.
Yeah. All right, we go ahead and wrap it up right here, then, y'all. I'm saying, I'd like to thank everybody who joined us tonight. You know what I'm saying, and don't forget to smash that like button on your way out and
subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe to the channel.
Like, share, subscribe, man.
And we'll catch up.
We trying to get to 3,000 subs. That's my dream. 3,000 plus subscribers. That's been my dream, man. So we can do major stuff after that. So.
You know what I'm saying, y'all. So let's make Uncle Freeze's dreams come true.
Support
him. You know, y'all in here all the time. You know what I'm saying? Just smash that like button and support and subscribe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right.
Man. All right,
All
y'all.
right. All right.
All right, let's
Catch y'all.